Today I'm going to start a new gas can banjo build. The last time I built a gas can banjo was for one lonely farmer. That light is making it so you can't see my phone. It was in 2016 and his was banjo number 16. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. So today I'm going to start this one. Now Rosa and Joe are musicians. She's I don't know what you'd call her, philosopher, writer, poet, musician. Joe's a musician. Joe's got a YouTube channel. I don't know if Rosa does or not, but I see her on Facebook a lot. And I gave her a choice of her can, and she picked out the Marvel Mystery can, that's a good can right there. And I've been, saving necks for a while, and I saved this one for her. And the reason I did was because when you build a can banjo, you don't need a real heavy neck. If you have a real heavy neck, if you hold it and all the weight is out here, the thing wants to fall over. So when I built One Lonely Farmer's, I put a block of oak on the back of his to give it some weight because the neck he picked out was kind of heavy. But this neck is pretty light. It's got some weight to it, but it's basically pretty light. It's not a perfect neck, but it's good enough. Looks like it's got a little crack in it right there, but I don't think that will hurt it. It might just be a crack in the finish. I don't know. Anyway, it has an oddity here at the back side of it. There's a bolt here, and then there's a space where this probably had a ring on it. But I want this to come up flat on that can, so I'm going to fill the space up with a piece of wood. It also has a bolt here which will fit a rod, which I have right here. I have this thing that'll fit that thing. In fact, let me take this off and we'll show. Now these threads may not be an exact fit onto this, but they're close enough so that I can get that on there. I may wind up kind of cross threading that on there a little bit, but the main thing is I want that to be sturdy because this rod is going to go through this can, and then I'm going to build a tailpiece probably out of a fork. I picked up some kitchen forks the other day, and I'm not sure which one of those would be best for it, but I'll probably use something like that for a tailpiece. The angle of the neck is always important, but before I get to that, I want to go ahead and make this piece of wood that's going to go here. And you'll notice on the neck here, on the can here, there's a little ridge right here. Now I'm going to cut this handle off, but there's a little ridge that sticks out. So what I'd like to do when I put a piece of wood in here is I'd like to have the piece of wood stick out about 1/8 of a 1/16 of an inch, so that this comes directly up to the edge of that can. And that's actually on this one, that's a straight piece there, which is good. It'll make it easier to fit that. So one of the first things I'll be doing is making, probably out of, well, I'll have to see what kind of wood I have, but I'll find a piece of wood that I can build my little piece that'll go right there. And then we'll attach this. And also the thing that I always pay a lot of attention to anytime I'm building something like this is the neck angle. And if I lay this down like that, it's pretty close to about the way I want the neck angle to be. There's a lot of things to look at. Neck angle is a big one. Getting the neck, straight enough is a good one. I usually like to lately, because the bridge is going to fall on here, and that'll sometimes collapse one of these. So sometimes I'll drill a hole in the back and put a little wood dowel in there to help keep the integrity of the can so that it doesn't crush down. That's usually not too hard to do. Yeah, so I might do something like that. I want to spend a little time with this one. I want it to be nice. Rosa is, I don't know where I know her from. I mean, I know her from YouTube. slash Facebook slash out in the world there. I don't know if that's much of an explanation, but you know, she's an intriguing and interesting person, and the two of them are, you know, they're out there doing you know, music for the Lord and such as that. So good people I like. I think that'll do. Yeah. So, without further ado, let me start out by trying to find a piece of wood to go there. And I should have, I usually try to save wood pieces, hardwood pieces from my banjos. So I'm going to start out by looking for a hardwood piece. And another thing I'll be doing is, usually I cut off the handle, but that's only soldered on there, I believe. I may wind up just heating that up with a soldering gun and taking it off that way instead of cutting that. Well, let's see. I'm gonna turn y'all off while I think about what to do next.